Hey guys, Eugene here, and we're going to be doing a course navigation overview for my classes for Eugene Starr. Some of this stuff is going to be universal for all your classes at Stark State, but a lot of it's just tailored to me, and it's the way I have my classes set up. Well, first thing is you go to blackboard.starkstate.edu, or you can go through the mystarkstate.edu, portal and find your way there. I don't see the point in doing it that way, but you can. You type in your credentials and you're going to see what I see here. You should see my course popping up. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you're in my course, so I'm not going to worry about that. But just so you know, whatever class I click on today or classes, and then they're totally irrelevant. My classes are different, but they're set up the same way. So I'm going to show you how they're set up and how to navigate them. First thing that I suggest is click on this guy right here so you can see the cool little graphics that I made for all my classes. All right, after you do that, just click on whatever class that you're in. I'm going to pick one here and click on it. All right, so the first thing that you're going to see in any one of my classes is announcements. So right here, I'm asking that every time you log in, you stop and pay attention. Whatever's above the fold here, whatever things are above the fold, a lot of times people don't see the stuff below, but whatever's at the top is the most current thing, and you need to read it. Now, if you see the same old thing that you saw last time that you already read, move on with your life, but make sure and read this. All right. So if it's your first week, you're going to see this communication first, which is start here. So you click on start here, and you'll see all this stuff. Of course, I want you to read all of it. So there's a whole bunch of stuff I want you to read right here. It's going to cover a ton of things. The syllabus is going to tell you how to contact me. It's going to tell you lots of great information. It's going to talk to you about a ton of stuff. Best practices, I'm covering some of that now, but read it. Here's a little profile on me. You can have a link to my LinkedIn. Yeah, this course navigation overview is the one that I'm overwriting because that's what I do as time goes on. By the way, the semester that you're listening to this in is kind of irrelevant. This semester is fall 2020, and it's in the middle of the pandemic, and I wanted to make a new video to make students feel more comfortable. Plus, I'm doing live lectures, and that's worked into the class, so it's still, if you're listening to this, it's still relevant. If not, I would have replaced it. Here's the required software, if there's software in the class that you're in. Of course, that's going to be listed on the syllabus, and so on and so on. A whole bunch of stuff. If I go through all this, then the video will be too long. That's what it's here for. So, after you're done with all the start here stuff, which we'll talk about this stuff in class as well, you're going to go every week to the lessons, and you're going to see lectures. In fact, I don't want to look at this class because it's a little bit uncommon. I only have 2 classes set up this way. Let's look at this one. All right, so lessons. More common that you're going to see weeks 1 through 16. At the very top, it's a new thing I started doing last semester, which is live lecture. So this is actually me. We'll have a set time, and you can come and listen and talk back and forth with me. So you can click on this guy, and this will open up, and you'll actually be able to click on a session and just go inside of it. I don't have a session created for this class yet. Actually, I don't have to do live lectures for this course, but I probably will. It's not relevant, though. Just click on the session. Now, there's a video back here in the Start Here folder that teaches you how to do all that. That's what all this stuff is right there. And this video, I think, will look different in the future because I'm planning on making some little modifications to it. This is actually made by Stark State. But there you have it. If class is at 3 o'clock on Tuesdays, then at 3 o'clock on Tuesdays, as long as it's a face-to-face class, if you're attending online, if you have permission to do that, or if it's just an online class, you can just click on live lecture on Tuesdays at 3, and there you go. And if you had to miss class, then you can go in there and you can watch a recording. Again, there's a video on that as well. So week 1, or whatever week it is, you're going to click on. You're going to see an overview of what you're supposed to read and review. I always suggest looking at the assignment for that week. So look at the assignment, read this stuff. Look, for this class has a discussion board, it has a quiz, it has an exercise. And if you click on any one of these, what you should see, I got to delete all those, but what you should see is a due date, at least on exercises. You'll be able to see a due date. See that? Actually, you did notice when I clicked on quizzes, you didn't see a due date, and discussions, you didn't see it. So where the due date's at, that's something I want to answer here real quick. That's going to be inside of the course calendar. All right. So what's common practice in most of my classes at this point, if it changes, I'll tell you, but it's that assignments are due the day before class happens. If we don't have an actual class, I'll just pick a day. But I do like picking Mondays. I think it's a good day. So unlike Garfield and the rest of the world, I pick Mondays. Now, it's not always going to be Monday. It is for this particular class. But the bottom line is it tells you when things are due. See that? So this tells students when everything is due. By the way, these should all say 11:59. Instead, they say 11. I'm not sure what happened here, but I have assignments submitted at 11:59. The way that I handle these things will be discussed and is covered in the syllabus. Again, this is just an overview. But just for the record, I do, at this point, accept late assignments. I deduct points for how late it is. Then after it's over a week late, you will fail the assignment. The max grade you can get is 50%. And that grade means that you got an A. So let's move forward. So you go to lessons, and again, you're going to read the assignments, then you're going to go to the materials and read through the materials, and then you're going to submit your assignment, which is something that you do. You just saw me partway do, but all you really have to do is simply attach a file or write a submission, whatever it is, and hit submit. And I've always got my stuff set up so you can have unlimited submissions on most of my assignments. There are exceptions like quizzes, but in general, I just grade the thing or whatever assignment you submitted last. So whatever you submitted last is the thing that I'm going to grade. So you can kind of get used to that practice in my classes. All right. So what if you want to check your grades? Well, for your grades, just click on My Grades, and it should show you the grades. It also shows you the due dates, and there you have it. If you have a problem with your grade, if you have questions about your grade, you can always contact me. And I want to say that, I'm here I want you to be successful. That's my goal. So don't be afraid to ask me questions. And I'm human. I make mistakes. I have probably a dozen or 24 times made mistakes on students' assignments in all my time as a teacher. I've made plenty of them. I don't do it intentionally. I'm just a human being. And sometimes a student contacts me and tells me, hey, I got a bad grade on, did I do this wrong? And I'm like, no, I just made a mistake. So I'll go back and fix it. It happens. And I'm going to point that out so that you're not afraid to approach me. I try to be approachable, so please don't hesitate to ask questions. So we have a lot of stuff to cover in class. This is not everything, but this is just a kind of get comfortable type deal. Start here the first week, go to lessons, click on the week, read the assignment, read the materials, then do the assignment, and that's make sure you attend class as well. Whether the class is face to face or it's a live lecture online, just get in the routine. The key to all this is setting up a routine. So that's the routine in my classes. Now, there's going to be more routines covered. Trust me. Like, you're going to come to the live lecture, for example, or you're going to come to class and I'm going to take attendance. And there's going to be a routine for that. There'll be other routines that aren't covered in this video. But this is what you can do now, which is, hey, get used to the due dates and go to lessons, go to the week, and look at the assignment, look at the materials, do the assignment. And there you have it. Thanks for listening.